Alright guys, we are back again with another video, and today we're going to be summarizing what we found on the Note 20 leak so far up to this point, just right before the launching of the Unpacked event, just in about a couple of hours actually from now. So we're going to be discussing about all the leaks and rumors and whatever we have gathered from the internet and summarize it in this just one video. So yeah, so we're just going to be focusing on the Note 20. That I know there are other devices that are already leaked out, like the Galaxy Watch 3, the Fold 2 or something like that. Even Samsung pushed out their trailer on their YouTube channel. If you watched it, uh, they're showcasing there are 5 devices to be unveiled in the event later. So yeah, so they already kind of teased us already in most of their YouTube channels, especially their main ones. So they already released I think a couple of videos over there. There are a couple of teasers, you can watch it for yourself. So the main video we're gonna be discussing today just regarding the specs. So I have a spec sheet here for the Note 20 that I've gathered. So what we know so far, confirming that we obviously get 2 variants of the Note 20, which is the Note 20 regular one and the Note 20 Ultra. I don't think there'll be a Note 20 Plus, but as of now, from the leaks that we got so far, it's just 2 devices. So both will be running Android 10, obviously, and will be running the One UI 2.5 for software, which is the Samsung's own UI. And the Note 20 regular one will be just having a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus display, which is just having a 60 Hz display, which is I know kind of sad because most other flagships I think already moved to at least 90 or 120 Hz above. But this is Samsung's cheaper variant, so maybe they're trying to cut costs here and there. But let's move on. So for the Note 20 Ultra, obviously you're getting the 6.9-inch Quad HD Plus panel with 120 Hz display. So I believe this one will be having adaptive kind of refresh rate, so it will scale up based on what you're looking at. Maybe if we're watching a video, we'll scale it up, or you're playing a game or something. So that's nice. And the CPU on these devices both will be featuring the Snapdragon 865 Plus and the Exynos 990, depending on the region. So if you are using the international variant of the Note 20, you'll get the Exynos variant. If you're using the US version of the Note 20, you'll be getting the Snapdragon variant, which is pretty much quite some time already since Samsung started to do this kind of thing again. I know it may be a bit sad for some of you guys because the Exynos 990, from what I checked in the internet, the benchmark results on versus the 865 Plus is quite significant actually in the multi-threading. So yeah, and you're paying the same amount, so it's gonna be a bit sad for some of you guys receiving this Exynos 990. I hope they did some tweaks on it. As you know from the S20 benchmarks, we saw that the benchmarks wasn't that good, and the device was heating up pretty much instantaneous when you start to play a game. So yeah, I hope they fix all these issues with this Exynos 990. If not, it'll be a bit kind of a disappointment actually for those outside the US market. And yeah, so the Exynos 992, which was supposed to see on this device, didn't happen, so I think that got pushed back maybe for the next year's flagships, so we have to wait and see. Alright, moving on. So for the memory, we have 8 GB of RAM for the Note 20. The Note 20 Ultra, we get 12 GB of RAM. So I'm not very sure of whether is it using the LPDDR5 or just using regular DDR5 RAM. So currently not sure about that at the moment. So moving on to storage, looks like we only have 256 GB of internal storage for the Note 20. I don't think this has SD card slot. Whereas the Note 20 Ultra will have 12 GB of 1256 GB of internal storage or 512 gigs, so you can choose which variant you want. And I believe this one has the SD card slot, so you can expand the memory up to 1 TB, which is fantastic. Alright, let's move on to the cameras. So the cameras, the rear cameras on the Note 20. So we have 12 megapixel main camera and f2.2 aperture. We have the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera at f1.8 aperture, and also the 64 megapixel telephoto camera at f2.0. So you don't get the laser focusing sensor here on this device. So that's all you got, just triple camera array. And for the Note 20 Ultra, Here is where things get interesting. We have a 108 megapixel main camera at f1.8 aperture. We have the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera at f2.2, and also the 3 megapixel telephoto camera at f3.0, along with the laser or autofocusing sensor. And the telephoto camera will have that special periscope lens which will grant you the 50 times zoom. So that is actually a hybrid zoom. Alright, so now moving on to the front cameras on the Note 20. So the front cameras will be the 10 megapixel f2.2 aperture. So this will be using the dual pixel technology autofocusing system. So it's pretty much the same as what we saw with the S20 series, so it's the same thing. So for the Note 20 Ultra, as usual, the same. So same 10 megapixel f2.2 aperture camera with the dual pixel autofocusing system. Right, now let's move on to the battery sizes. So battery this time on the Note 20 is 4300 mAh, and on the Note 20 Ultra it's just a slight bump of 4500 mAh battery size here. So you're getting a pretty much okay size for these devices, so pretty good. But I was just hoping it'll be bigger, but this is what we got. Moving on to the protection. So both devices looks like are having the IP68 water and dust resistance alongside the Gorilla Glass Victus. So this is also known as the Gorilla Glass 7, not mistaken. So it looks like this one will help to improve the drop protection and also the scratch resistance. So means means it will have a better durability overall, which is nice. So that's what we can see with the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. Alright, so moving on to the colors. So the colors are a bit different here on the Note 20. So with the Note 20 here, you get the Mystic Green, Mystic Gray, and the Mystic Bronze color. Whereas the Note 20 Ultra, you'll get the Mystic Bronze, Mystic Black, and the Mystic White. So it looks like the Mystic White variant is only available in the Ultra. So you have to get the Ultra if you want the white color variant. And moving on to the 5G. Yes, so Note 20 has 5G, but only in certain regions. So those regions which don't have 5G will get the 4G variant. And the Note 20 Ultra looks like they'll only be releasing a 5G variant. So yes, that's all for the 5G. And lastly, the price. So the price is being leaked out as well. It's just a rumor, so we don't really know the actual price. So roughly around $999 for the Note 20, and roughly around $1,399 US for the Note 20 Ultra. So this is just a rumor and a prediction. Actually, we don't really know the actual price, but from what we can tell from the previous Note 10 series that came out last year, which is slightly cheaper than this, so we're just gonna bump it up a little bit more and see, maybe this could be the price. So yeah, we just have to wait and see actually for the event that's gonna be launched soon, a couple of hours, and see what is the actual price. Anyway guys, so that is the specs on what we have gathered throughout the leaks and rumors you've seen on the internet. And yeah, so what do you guys think of the specs? I mean, we get to really know I think about 95% of the device already before the launch event, which is just gonna happen in a couple of hours more. So yeah, what do you guys think? And whether are you gonna be getting the Note 20 or the Note 20 Ultra based on these leaks? So as you know, with leaks, we'll just have to wait for the official event, and then we'll decide from there and see whether it's worth it. So guys, that's pretty much it for this summary of the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. For other devices like the Galaxy Watch 3 and so on, I won't be covering it now. I'll be covering that after the event, because they actually there weren't many crazy super leaks about the Galaxy Watch 3 or the Z Fold, Galaxy Z Fold 2 and so on. So the main highlight of the event here is the Note 20, obviously. So this is the device which got leaked out the most from my see. So yeah, anyway guys, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As usual guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and click on the notification icon bell if you haven't clicked on it yet. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.